Former head of public order Kevin Hurley warned on GB News that public anger is reaching boiling point. Unless Labour takes decisive action, the unrest is only set to escalate as protests erupt outside migrant hotels across the UK, including a major flashpoint in Epping. Frustrated Britons are rising up, demanding an end to what they describe as the government's outrageous use of taxpayer-funded hotels to house illegal migrants. But what Hurley revealed next could trigger a political earthquake at the very heart of the Labour Party. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Next UK, your go-to for real stories and sharp analysis. Kevin was asked, as to what happened a year ago, it obviously started with some false information. But nevertheless, the issue of migration proved to be a catalyst that brought the unrest to the surface. So, what have we learned a year on, and how should we deal with what are legitimate concerns? Hurley replied, "Well, I think what we've learned is simple. If Labour doesn't act fast, they're finished. We are witnessing a growing buildup of public resentment over uncontrolled illegal migration. This is not about legal immigration. This is about people entering the UK without documentation, which is in fact a criminal offence. That resentment is rising all across the country, especially in communities where these hotels are being used to house, essentially, young men. They're being planted into small towns and villages, where the local population sees them as having completely different cultural values and ways of life. And frankly, people don't like it." He went on to discuss the state of policing in the UK. So, what have we learned in terms of police response? The police still haven't fully learned the lessons of the 2011 riots. They've learned they need to act faster in mobilizing officers and responding to hotspots. But right now, they're in a worse position than they were in 2011. There are fewer officers trained in public order, and fewer still willing to do that kind of work. And we've seen that chaos clearly in recent events, like the US president's visit or protests in Essex. The mobilization of resources was shambolic. You had Kent officers driving through Essex to help in Scotland, while Northumbria police were also deployed far away, passing right by areas that needed help. It's clear, the national coordination system is broken. Hurley stressed that this new wave of protest is not the same as the 2011 riots. This isn't about opportunistic inner-city youth looting shops for trainers. This is different. These are ordinary British citizens, many middle-aged or older, living in the local area. They're protesting what they see as a betrayal by the government. Yes, some extremists come in, from far-right groups or even Antifa, but they don't define these events. The 2011 riots were chaotic and violent. Police only gained control when looters literally got too tired to carry stolen goods. What we see now is something far more political and far more dangerous for the government. In his conclusion, Hurley delivered a bold and controversial solution. The government must take radical action. Putting migrants in hotels or shared housing will not stop them from coming. We have to remove the incentive entirely. We need to do what the Australians did or what Trump did in the US, put them directly into detention centers. Yes, they'll be fed, have shelter, and medical care, but they won't be walking around in our towns. They won't be able to say, "Look at the great life we're having here in Britain." Share your thoughts below. Is Kevin Hurley right? Is the government losing control? Let's talk in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video.